Hey guys, this is me, Christy. How's it going? I am drawing as usual. It's kind of a gloomy day or kind of a sprinkly day. It's actually not as bright as it is actually in my office. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to go ahead and switch on to where you won't see my face during the thing because it's not letting me do it. Because I wanted to go ahead and just put like the link up, and you could look at the links in the description as well for that for different affiliate links that you want to be involved with or pay for, or my Patreon link, or if you want to go to my shop, go to my link tree and look at all the things that I'm doing. So, with that being said, I'm going to go start drawing, and whoever jumps in will jump in. So, see how that goes. Okay. So, yeah. Uh, so yeah, I'm just gonna go and draw a comic and everything. Probably draw random things. I've been just kind of not feeling off today, so it's like not very fun. But it's just more tired. It's nothing serious. So I'm just looking at this. All right. So I gotta get my glove on and put on some YouTube in the background because I gotta always have more than one thing going on in the background as I do stuff. I'm actually gotten kind of like into actually what is it, Chernobyl, and I don't know why it kept popping up in my feed, but Chernobyl is a very interesting tale, and again they say it's kind of not true on how it happened with some of the people that were actually there. But not only that, but I do believe that what's going on is that we're, and I'm just looking at this because like, so East German for the communists, they did a Roentgen, which is similar. This, I think it was like, fuck, and I'm like totally like blanking here, but our version of how we measure, I think it's rads, for American and other parts of the world, but it's rotogen, but I don't know if it is the same. So, but I think there was that discrepancy because when I visited Hungary and all the places that had been in the Iron Curtain, I heard some bearing things like they just did not want to do anything with the free world that we knew of it, a quote unquote, that we did that. So we have that stuff. Hold on. Let me let Raw Dog know I'm doing my show. You returned my call, but so I'm gonna go do this. But yeah, guys, pop on. Hey, Michael, how's it going? How are you doing, dude? Oh, this is Brown. Like what's going to be here today. You'll see it. And then let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do that. But yeah, hey, Michael, how's it going? Always good to see you. Having a good time today, Michael? Yeah, I'm well. Very happy to see you working on something live. I hope you're well. You're having a good time? Good. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to do that. cool. People are liking my work. That's good. There you go. Okay. Hey, Ben, how's it going? You one of my followers or are you one of my friends on Facebook? I don't know. But hello, Ben. I guess you're a friend. I see your face. So, how's it going with you, Ben? Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm trying something new. I'm going to go and just do this where unfortunately it's not popping up the camera. So that's kind of lame unless it does this. Let's see if it does this. Okay, kind of does that. I don't know if I like that. No. No, no. But then I gotta, can I move it? I have to do it this way. Okay, so we'll do it like this. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't, you just want to see the video. Because I don't want to put it just up there. So it's like, oh, I'm going to go and be drawing, but you're not going to see what I draw. You're just going to see my face. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's like the point is to watch me draw, which is kind of funny because people are like going, oh, that's why I don't get bothered by AI idiots that go like say, "Oh, you must be drawing AI." And plus, like, my style doesn't really look like scrubbed AI anyway or anything, which is kind of sad because there are some digital painters that are very talented that do not use the thing at all, and then they get falsely accused of that, which isn't great because AI skims a lot from those styles. So I think that's why they get confused by that. But that's why I don't go around accusing people with AI unless it shows certain characteristics, like things that are not consistent with actually somebody actually drawing something. So if that makes sense, like the six finger things when it's not. And if you want to support me, I have a Patreon link in there, or you can go in the description where I have other affiliate links. They're all in the link tree, but yeah, but check it out. But go in the description. We should have clickable links. If they are not, let me know. But thank you for showing up, guys. I really appreciate it. And, like and subscribe to the things. And, just like you can go and check it on YouTube. And I know they pop up notifications now, I think. I don't know. With these multiple streamer things, sometimes they go and do really stupid things. So I don't know. Is it Halloween already? I don't know, man. You got the monsters and piss, shit, and vomit. So what do you think, dude? This is my friend Raw Dog. So say hi to him if you don't see him up here. He's on the YouTube's thing. So I've been watching Chernobyl. It is a very fascinating show. It's actually funny because they're all supposed to be Russian, but they all speak in British accents and shit, which is hilarious. I mean, I know they're very good actors, whatever. I just thought it was funny. Is it Halloween already? I mean, it's Halloween every day. Dazzle us with your artistic brilliance. It's just disgusting. That's the thing, dude. It's so disgusting on so many levels. And I like this one called like my cat is like what is this? My cat is an asshole. I love like fucking groups like that because I love cats. And cats are assholes. They're lovely. I have two of them. Let's see here. I'm looking at the vid. The vid. Let's see if the vid is happening. I'm just checking something really quick because, like, sometimes they change the format around on Facebook, so I need to figure out what's going on here. Not a big deal. Ah, damn it, don't go in here. I'm just always curious to know who's like looking at stuff and everything, so that's really cool. So, artistic brilliance, right? So let's see here. I'm that girl that draws gross stuff. You're like, ew. Lawrence is like, oh god. Raw Dog's like, oh god. All right. Okay. Oh, dropped my pen almost. Oh, Lawrence is laughing his ass off about this shit. He thinks it's funny. There we go. Dazzle us with your artistic brilliance. As usual, my friend. You know I don't disappoint. Raw Dog and I go back for a while. Gonna have. What do you think, man? Man, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think what it is? Is it gonna have toilet humor? What do you think, G? What do you think? You know me well by now. Yeah, I found Chernobyl very fucking interesting because my dad worked on nuclear reactors back in the day in the 80s. And it's kind of interesting because it's like I looked at the comparisons because I was just curious because I am a curious individual. I went, what does that do? Blah, blah, blah. And then we go from there. Gonna have some toilet humor. Deep in the sewer. Totally, man. Totally. Is this format okay? Like everybody likes how this looks? Pale tone. Demon bitch. I'm gonna put this on the standard colors because for some reason I don't have that pure of white. Now some people might have a problem with when I said that. There we go. Ah, okay. Cool. Deep in the sewer. It's gonna have some toilet humor. Oh shit. You know how that is. And you're like, oh shit, we're gonna have some toilet paper humor. Toilet humor. Not toilet paper humor, toilet humor. It's gonna be bright white because it's gonna be full of nasty shit. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you tuned in, y'all. Especially Lawrence. I have to admit, I think I traumatize him on a daily basis because I always have to mention something gross. Like one time I saw a freaking like toe amputation. And I said, oh, yeah, check this out, dude. He's like, no, I don't want to see it. Fuck you, no. I said, don't you want to see it? I mean, it's kind of cool. And he's like, no. I do admit I did kind of wince a little because, I mean, you see this thing digging in, the chick's awake and everything. I mean, obviously I have her anesthetized, but still, it's not very fun. I mean, but it is pretty funny, like how he was like, no, that's okay, I'll pass. But then, like with like some other stuff that I've seen, he said, stop blurring out shit. God, it's like I'm like that old school like internet thing. Some things on the internet do not bother me anymore. You are a unique individual. Yeah, I have to say I'm more real deal than you sometimes on that. I mean, I send you like really awful things sometimes, and you're like, ah, you're like a. Grrr! But I mean, they're pretty awful what I send you sometimes. I will admit. I'm not gonna lie. I think what it is that I just like traumatizing the guys. Like they would try to gross me out because I was a girl, and they thought, oh, she can't take this, and they'll send me really nasty stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I got something for you. I'd sent them something worse, and they'd start crying. So I think that maybe that's why. Maybe that was my introduction to feminism on a certain level, I suppose. Dazzle us with your brilliance, something like that. I'll dazzle you with something fucked up, I guess. Apparently, in Chernobyl, the TV series, they really like throwing up a lot. I don't know if they liked throwing up a lot, but they were throwing up a lot. But presumably, looking into like some really fucked up radiation will probably do that to you. Because one of the guys was like, oh, I've already looked into it. And then he's like, what? He pukes in front of all these officials. Gotta bring, yeah, back to the RD business, man. I'll call you back later, dude. Because I called him earlier today, but he was in the middle of doing shit. That happens. Lawrence just looks at my work, is like, this is all crazy and shit. Over 20 years ago, more there, or 20 years ago or more, sorry. I'm like not reading right now. There was some really fucked up sites that show World War I death photos, autopsies, and stuff. They eventually went away. Yeah, there's Ogrish. There was LiveLeak. LiveLeak's still around, but that's videos and shit. Then there's Rotten.com. I know about those. Fugly did it for a while. I knew the people at Fugly too. They were really cool people. I was friends with Cheese Dog, who sadly passed away. God rest his soul. But no, there were a bunch of really awesome guys, and that's how I learned how to survive on the internet. Stormy, pissing on my rug and everything. It's fucking with you. Like that was like a video of this comedian how black people talk to their cats. The guy was black, so it's like Stormy pissing on my rug and stuff. Enough of your ass, and the cat was black too. Yeah, Ogrish. Ogrish was pretty good. I used to like look at that shit all the time when I was younger. I mean, probably that's why I'm like, oh yeah, gore now, whatever. Like a lot of shit doesn't bother me. There's certain things that do make me wince, but it's like it's more of like I kind of feel it. Then I got bored and I started watching radiation poisoning and shit. I started watching radiation shit and everything. Like, what does radiation poisoning really look like and shit? And I'm like, oh, that's awful. Because essentially you disintegrate because your fucking cellular degeneration just happens, depending on how bad it is. And then you look like you'll get better for a while, then you just get more fucked and fucked as like your telomeres like get just more. It's like they had one of this guy in Japan, and I forgot how he got it, but I think he was cleaning it up. It might have been during Fukushima or something, but he got a really bad dose, and he was alive for like 30 days, but it was really messed up. The poor guy like was just screaming in agony because like his shit was like sloughing off, massive organ failure all the time. Like how he lived that long, I was really shocked. But like his body was just like saying "fuck you," we want to go. But again, it was just kind of sad. It was like damn, and like he was just all fucked up because like your skin kind of like rots off your face essentially because you just killed that first layer. Maybe I just get fascinated by stuff that people don't really want to look at. Maybe that's what makes Demon Bitch so successful is that I talk about the things nobody wants to talk about. I say, "Yep, here you go. Here's the elephant in the room. I just killed it. What you gonna do? I put it on a plate for you." If anybody gets sensitive and say I kill elephants, go screw yourself. That's not what I meant. Learn how to speak in idioms. Let's see here. Dying for it's pretty agonizing. I'll tell you that. Fucks you up like in more ways than one. Like some people go like, "Oh, well, it's like it doesn't really rot your body," even though I said that earlier. It's kind of like it rots your body, but it kind of fucks you up in different ways. It's not the greatest way to die. It's a very, very, very painful way to die. And essentially you just like everything breaks apart and you're on a cellular level. But they would take iodine and shit like that. I don't know what the iodine does. I think it halts it, but I'm not sure. You can take iodine. It's just there's a certain level you can take up to, but I don't know if you have to take um, food safe iodine. I know like there's different types of hydrogen peroxide, but there's food grade hydrogen peroxide. So you can actually ingest that in very limited quantities. Like you have to dilute it with a bunch of water. So the core explodes. Boom. Yeah, dying is pretty bad. Yeah, no, I mean, if I was laughing and said, "Oh, that's great," that happened. I'm just saying hypothetically, yeah, like it's funny when people say that shit and then they do the very same thing that they accuse you of. That's a lot of projection. They're like, "Oh, well, you can't talk about something." It's like I'm not laughing and saying like it was good that people died. Like people died and that's messed up. Like I'm not making fun of that. Yeah, sometimes people just talk out of their ass half the time. That's what I've noticed. They'll just say a bunch of shit and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, well, oh man, I fucking that's like all about what it was like." And like, if you talk about it, you just talk about it. I can understand not wanting to talk about certain things, but still. People are annoying sometimes, like when they do that shit. It's like stupid. Oh, I gotta draw the like what the yeah, like nobody. It's like, oh, talking about celebrating it. I understand putting energy to it, but I don't understand people like putting their fucking TLDR or fucking emotional shit up on there. First of all, I don't really care. Number two, like you should really be talking to friends and family about this shit, or or a therapist, because if you, it's like not everybody's going to give you good advice. Like I even put out one thing like asking about, hey, what do you think of this thing that I need to have done? You know, like I think it was asking about a product or something, and everybody in the world just like totally ignored what I wrote, and then they started talking about something else which I was not asking about. So it's like, okay, yeah, a lot of people don't really do this thing called listening sometimes. So just share it with people that you know. Share it with people that you can trust. Yeah, some people are just weird like that. I mean, I can understand you don't want to talk about it because it's unpleasant and it kind of fucks with your head. I get that part. I just don't like it when people go, like, oh, like it's something that's mildly triggering. I get it, but you know, but not ever talking about it, I think it's stupid. And then there's some people that talk too much about it because they got something to prove, and it's like stupid too. I gotta draw the fucking. I have to draw like the little shit monster that comes out of Shipbird. Okay. Shipbird's cloaca is broken. That's why it does what it does. Oh, I gotta go and forward this because I was watching some fucking like Chernobyl for a bit. I'm having it playing in the background. Let's see here. I just ran out of toilet paper. Did anybody ever know this guy named Callahan? He was fucking funny as hell. That dude was great. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, dying is not fun. I'm going to export this fucker. More cartoons as I go on. I write sometimes like a list of like ideas of what to write, which is hilarious. Oh, I know a simple mean one. Let me just open this one up because it's so bad. Ah, damn it. Hold on. Do, do, do. Save as. Go. Just looking at other shit right here. Pripyat, I think that's what it's called. There are people online to misunderstand that they can keyboard condemn. Oh, don't you think? Sometimes people go online and they just want to rip people down, which is funny too. It's like, don't you have anything better to do? Like, okay, so like it's weird. Like I meet people that are like totally into body positivity and shit. For example, not everybody, and they'll go on this one girl. Maybe she's a little heavy, or maybe she's a little skinny on the side, and they just start giving the poor girl shit. It's like, have you ever met her or talked to her? I don't get it. And or people that are artists and they don't know who the fuck you are, and then you start trashing them, and it's like, I don't get people like that. Although I suggested that probably like, he probably dodged a coat hanger at one point, but that was because he was being a total asshole to another artist, and I just didn't really appreciate that. So I just said that to him. Let's see. Most of the time, you just ignore them and block them. They don't deserve anything. Let's see here. Do 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 do. Oh, it's the thyroid shit. Yeah, I remember like looking at the National Geographic after Chernobyl, and like I had to look at all the fucking crazy like pictures that they got from Chernobyl. That was crazy too. There we go. Yeah, just they're highly insecure people that really rely on other people's attention. It's like you really don't need attention like that. And it's okay to have attention. I mean, no man is an island, as they have the phrase, but just sometimes people just go on this whole thing and they go like, it's really weird. Like some people, the people that deserve a lot of attention des- don't let put themselves out there, but the people that don't deserve it, they fucking just go crazy about that shit. So. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning. Well, I know why I'm yawning, but I'm yawning anyway. I don't know. Some people just fucking want attention and they don't know the right way how to go about it. That's pretty much what I think about a lot of people sometimes. I need attention and I'm going to go and cry and whine all the time. I'm like, okay, go do that. I don't know why, but okay. I wonder if I should do it like the meme, like where they're crying like that. It's like that really weird sort of thing. Oh shit, I don't want to drown it. Maybe I'll make a homage to that. Let's see. Get this one. And then we'll do like the typical crying, like that crying meme right there. That would be funny. You know, like that really badly drawn tears and shit. So I'm doing that kind of as a joke because it's sort of like a homage to doing that shit. Sometimes I like to do an institution background because I want them to all look kind of be a little crazy. Sometimes people like that act like that are a little crazy to me. It's like they're so triggered on so many levels, they're emotionally triggered that they just fucking act like hamsters. Demon bitch. Some people are just assholes. That's crazy. There we go. I really owe you one for my discovering hide through hide filling in for you. They have been helping me out with advice for my comic panels and other art projects. And I've been, well, they're very good. Very good. Glad that's working out for you. Let's see. So there we go. Assholes have deep insecurities too. Doo-doo. Okay, there we go. You know it will never last because you'll always fuck it up. Man, just sometimes those words hit home. I think it's an insecurity we all deal with, or that shit voice in our heads. Go ahead and do this one. Okay. Let me see if I have a good one. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Yawn. Let's see here. me just look up that. I was thinking what else I want to do, because I always sometimes have ideas written down. I'm just saying what I can do with it. Okay, I have an idea. One more. I have an idea. It may not be exactly the idea how I wrote it out, but yeah. There we go. Oh, burp. Kind of metallic. Ah, damn it. Wrong thing. Want me to continue this till I finish? Well, I guess that'll happen. It's funny how they have all these like British people too. God damn it. Why are you fucking here? I don't want to be here. I would normally have the sound on, but first of all, you probably won't hear me that well. And number two, also the thing is that I might get struck with copyright. That's the only thing that sucks about this. The thing that kind of sucks about like fucking Chernobyl is that they had to euthanize the dogs and cats, meaning shoot them because they were stuck there and they were irradiated. But then there's like a big colony of dogs that survived, so I find that interesting. I'm thinking that weird song like dun 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 dun. Just like who creates that? It's like weird. Yeah, there's some people that do. Although actually, Pripyat, I think that's how you say it. I am not Russian, so please, I am not. But I am not Russian. But I think there's some people that live around there, but it's like elderly people. I don't think there's any young people around there. Or all that. In the area. Yeah. I think it's now they actually because okay, so they had an initial thing where the reactor blew up. Then they have the sarcophagus, what they call it, the sarcophagus 1 and 2, as far as I know. So they built that over a few years later to contain it, or soon after. I get the range of soon after to a few years after. Then recently, I think as of a few years ago, they have like a whole um they had a whole, I forgot what the building is called, but it looks like a big warehouse, but it's huge and heavy. And literally slid that fucker and dropped it on a foundation. And then that successfully contained all of it. You can go in and out that area, but you can't go in the sarcophagus. But it's still a radiated area, but they're contained it better on that way. It's kind of funny because they'll make predictions like, oh, this will never happen and all that. And somebody does a new innovation to like further seal it so it's not as dangerous. So at that current moment, it's like that whole thing that wants to go. I think people just don't generally want to like leave shit unsolved and unsatisfactorily, regardless of what anybody says. I think it's bullshit when people say people just want shit to remain the same. It's like, well, not really, not always. I mean, yeah, they're scared of change. I get it, but you know, sometimes it's not that. You know, sometimes the change that you have is like very rough and unpleasant that you have to get to it, but sometimes it's very much worth it, and people are willing to do that. I mean, or it's slightly uncomfortable, whichever. Okay, look at that. I'm doing a lot of cartoons. It's funny. Like they had to kill all the pets. I don't know if they had to, but they killed all of them because of the radiation, which is pretty fucked up too. Oh, I gotta go and turn these off so I have a better idea of coloring. The area. Then what I'm going to do is do this. God, I'm just drawing like these fucked up pictures right now. I'll make it kind of artistic. That's it. in the area. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that they are. It's like this oily sheen of growth. Do do do. In the area. Yeah, right? I'm just going to go finish this up. There we go. This is my last cartoon of the day. Thought you were all fucked up. Well, there you go. All right, you guys, I'm going to go and take off because I've got things to do. Something like that. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay. So, guys, see you next week. I have good things going on, and a lot of cartoons. So I consider that one of the good things going on. And what else? So I'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. So click the link, subscribe. All the other things either on YouTube and Facebook. I'll pop up in the event. And